Hello everyone, how good of you to join. Welcome back to Cities Skylines, looking at our latest district, the Hemlock Square, where we kind of like got rid of the industry. We still have a bit of industry left over in this corner there that I would really like to destroy now. So let's just have a look. It's those guys here. As we also can see really nicely as the new buildings are popping up, so we can have a look at that for now, is that the pollution is gone, right? So this whole area there, this well, I don't know, violet area, as you might say, with lots of chemicals, I guess, is disappearing more and more, and well, more room is open for new buildings to appear here, like this beautiful buy it all shop right in the center of it all. Of course, this district is not looking really good right now because it's just a bunch of blocks close by. So we do have already a park here and a botanical garden as well, and we might just continue with that, adding some character to that. And how should we do this? Well, first of all, here we got the main road plus residentials and offices and commercials together. So I think this might be a nice spot, and I just need to check this one real quick here. This might be a nice spot for a big market, right? So we got a couple of options there available. I would like to add some more landmarks anyway, right? So we got the Commons Market Square for 25k. It's really not expensive, and it basically adds a whole new block of building, or well, it's a residential building after all, and it's just looking really nice. And we could have something like that also where, well, you can actually see it, and where we can squeeze it into one of these areas there, right? So there you go. Yeah, just those buildings that need to disappear. And then we're just going to move this one a bit further so that it makes more sense here. This one didn't hear the bell. They're still building. Now they're gone. Perfect. So that we get these buildings into the city itself. And it's really looking nice. I gotta say that. It just adds more flavor. It just adds more variety. But we just need to make sure that it is actually implemented properly there into this block. And it's not that easy. Oh! And the forestry area has reached a level 2. With that, we get the biomass pallet plant, the furniture factory. This is actually interesting. And also sawdust and storages or barracks for the workers there. But the furniture factory is what I would like to have, because I think this would be a nice product that we can export to the world out there. Now, this is actually a real tricky one, getting this one into the block. I think there you go. Now we have it, right? There's no more patches of green in between. Now it's just really in the center of it all. This is one thing, and the other one would be a hypermarket, so a supermarket, something like that. We do have a couple of options. We have the Trader Joe. Trader Joe I'm not going to put into that at the moment, but there is something, I've seen it, a big supermarket. There would be a mid-century storefront. I mean, how much does it cost? 3,000. It's nothing. So let's just get this one in here too. But I wanted to get a big market into that. So that we got the super targets. That would be one option. We have. Now there you go. That's the one. US Target, City Target, big box retail store that we can use. And I would like to have this right here. Now this was a bit more expensive. Let's just wait for these buildings to disappear. And the cool thing, it's just right next to the roundabout, so people can go there, go for some shopping. And we might also, it doesn't have any parking slots, so we do need to add some parking to that here too. Now let's just see that once again we can implement this one properly. It definitely will need some parking space though. There was the other one, that smaller Joe's store that we have. Doesn't really look nice, right? Between all these buildings. Going to pop up eventually, but it's going to disappear in the other buildings there. That's basically what's going to happen. Here, oh yeah, the industry is gone, so we got these blocks available now too. This is a rather loud area, so it's between my offices and my highway, so it probably will be office areas only. Perhaps, no idea yet what we could implement into that. Definitely too loud for residentials. Let's just have a look at that as well. There we got the commercials. I still have a bit of room, so in this area I might just have some more high density residents. So here perhaps only a 3-1, so that it doesn't really, you know, merge with the parking lot there directly. Is that looking okay? Nah. Who would like to live next to a parking space, by the way? We might actually make some offices here. This makes sense, right? So from the parking spot you can go right to the offices here, and then we got some lower density residents here and here to finish off this area there. And for that slot we will just have a pedestrian path really I think I had one here at some point, and it's gone with all the restructuring and stuff. And we basically just connect these here, right? So there is the connection now made also with the parking slot. Then they can come here, by the way. So this is where the cars are getting in, and this is really just for normal traffic. And we will just need to, once again, also prohibit any kind of traffic that goes into this lane here, basically. There should also be, yep, there's no traffic lights appearing. Are there? There are traffic lights. There should not be any traffic lights here. Let's just get rid of them. No problem. And there's also the pedestrian path crossing here, right? Yep, let's prohibit that once again. And let's just add our already known bridge that we have, that we can have then right over here. There will be a building deleted, but that's going to be fine. They can just reappear somewhere else. Just try to build that in here. There you go. Right next to this one. Is there still some room now? Let's get rid of that. And let's get rid of that. Right, so that we have a bit of space around it on both sides. And people can now use that bridge there once more. Just need to check this one. It's looking good. Looking much better. And as you can see, there's a perfect flow of traffic now in between. And the people are already going over that to the parking space, and then also to the offices and residentials on the other hand. This one, let's make some offices here once more. Right, so this is really an urban area that is mixed between residents and commercials. And I think these commercials though are a bit too loud for my residents here. So let's make this one office. Office is quieter in general. And you just want to have that here. There's, by the way, also an elementary school now right here in the center, because we basically need a lot of that. Is there actually someone visiting? Yes, there is someone visiting already my supermarket, but we're not done with it yet. So I'm still going to try and add now some parking space around the supermarket here. By the way, these power cables, let's just get rid of them. I don't think we need them anymore here, right? Nope, there's the connection now. That's fine. Let's just see how we can... that's not good. I would really like to kind of like have it merged with the market, because that's the only way that makes sense to me. Yep, that's better. Going around here. Yep, that's something like it. And then we just need really basically our parking spaces. So only then will cars actually park here. Right next to the hypermarket, right, or the supermarket. Right now they're just driving through, and I'm just going to add a couple of these. There we can still add a minor one. Nice, and then on the other side as well. That small one. I will have to merge that somehow. There you go. Perfect. And I'm expecting the first cars to park here then already, just around our market. And then once more, I'm also going to add some bushes, just as a separation, going to this spot there. Then around it. All the way to the other side. And then also mix in some trees here and there. Alright, let's also just make sure that we have a proper hedge there at the border of it for the parking space that we have. And as we can see, the first people are already coming. And of course, in our mind, they're visiting the city target. And look at that, with the parking space, yes, there's lots of visitors now where there's only 2. Now we got 23 already. And this is only to increase. And I just love it. They're actually going from their cars then right into the supermarket that we have now right over there. City target, I should say, in this corner. Now, what I also needed to change in order to flow up the traffic there again, this whole avenue now that goes into my entertainment district, right, is a one-way only, like that one. And as we can see, lots of cars are flooding in here, and they are separating then on this junction there, where I've got another one-way going into this area where we have this big casino hotel. There is then actually normal streets again that go outbound, so for everyone that wants to get out there, and also deeper into the city. And this one here is just one way now, heading right into the city core, where the totally separated traffic then is further separating then into the different lanes there. It's also nice to watch, right? So many cars in going one way and then just splitting up over time. I love watching this one from time to time, and it definitely helped here with the traffic to improve that, as it was really clogging up already there. And now it should be a bit better than once more. I mean, some of you might have said, well, I was foreseeing this. Of course you might have been, but then again, you are a genius and I'm not. Now I would like to continue having a look at my forestry industry. There is a bit of traffic at the moment, right? Some trucks here and there taking their resources, probably going to a cargo station over there where we have the cargo train. There is a cargo train actually, an outbound train that comes from the forestry area because there's nothing up there, right? We do make a slight profit at the moment with planed timber then as well, which is the primary junction there, or the primary chunk of income that we have, and we just want to increase that. First of all, we got our forestry area, right? So my how do you say that actually, my plantations, there we got them. These plantations, we only going to increase on them now. So we got our nice little country roads. I would like to use the ones without the trees because let's face it, we have trees here everywhere already. And we are just going to use them in these areas here, right? So we are just going to have more of those guys there. Let's just see. We got the plantations. We got also now the tree sapling fields. So planted tree saplings, tree sapling field produce raw forest products. Extractor need to be placed on that. I'm actually going with the normal ones for this one, right? So we want to keep this area tight together. Let's just have I think the road. Can we place it like that? I think we can. I mean, I can do anything I want really with my anarchy. And then I'm just going to have a couple more of them. Let's see, here I guess, and here. Right, so that we really make this one full dense forest area. Let's move this one a bit further to the inside. There you go, they're overlapping a bit, but who cares about that? You don't really see that. The only thing is this one needs a bit water. There you go. And goes up because I might have more of them here. We just need a lot of these raw materials, right? Let's have the saplings 3 times in this area. This is just stuff for, I don't know, you start to grow trees there. I also like how the road ends just like with that texture there. Nice touch there. And the same thing goes here, right? So this is really just that area. Around it, we might have some factories then. We could also, of course, continue with these saplings if I want to. I mean, they can definitely. Let's just try this out. I mean, it's not like they're really expensive or anything. And I could just have them like so. Does it have the road connection? Just try that it really is on top of each other so that it looks like that. Good. I mean, the problem here is you have actually some structures on these fields. Makes it a bit strange looking. And this one we move a bit further up there. And we could then hide these thingies with a few more bigger trees than in between. This is a tree area after all, right? And every tree area just needs some more trees. Perhaps not this one. This one is rather for lakes. I would like not to have that here. And then a few more in the center. And yes, I've seen it. We do need some more water, as always. Just add these just these clippings that we have with a few trees, because you don't really see that from above then anymore. And the whole thing, of course, is then once more surrounded and also by normal trees that we have. Further hide stuff that here. Just have a look that we get this one over the road. There you go. Now you should have water. There you go. It's a greenhouse. We do have a couple of options there. We also have the normal fields. Let's go with the... Ooh, I actually like the fields, I think, much better than the greenhouses. This looks more natural overall. Yep, there you go. This is looking like a proper field now of just some saplings growing, and then it goes into the dense forest area there as well, right? This is nice looking. I like that. For the greenhouses, we might have some more structured way of having things to look at, right? For greenhouses, I mean, they have been planted on purpose with structures, so they should look like they were planned, and I would take a more gritty area for that. Now, that's lots of raw materials coming in now, so raw forest products, we have a lot of them. My sawmills are completely completely utilized. I could get another one up there. And then we have the biomass pallets, and where is my furniture production? Oh, also my log yard. Yes, we do need that. Let's have the barracks too, for any kind of workers who work and live here. We could have... Oh, it's actually causing noise pollution. Let's have this one here, because it has an entrance with the road, and it also has an access here to this tiny road there, so the workers can get to their workplaces using both roads then here. Let's move this one a bit further, like so. Then I'm probably just going to use this road there. That is kind of like ending then in the school, right? Yes, perfect. So this is going right into the building, and people can get actually out of that. Do we have an entrance there in the back? Oh, I could also use this one. This makes a bit more sense. And no, none of these, please. There you go. Righto. Right, so this whole road goes also to my barracks then over there, and then into my working area. Very nice. Now, where is my furniture? I want that as well. I think we have it in the processing factories that we already have unlocked now, a couple of them. The clothing factory, we have the furniture factory. There it is. Now, it does require paper, and I think also pallets or plains timber, right? And paper. We don't have paper yet. That's the biomass pallet plant that we need for that. This one needs raw forest products, and it is making paper out of it. So let's just place it somewhere over here in this area behind the sawmills, perhaps, so that it does look like a bigger factory complex, right? That we have now coming up here. So another sawmill might actually do wonders too, to further make this one bigger. There you go. And then there is already a junction here, and we use that to have a tiny road going out. Now we can snap again into this area, right, where we have then the factories rolling in, and here it's actually stopping, because we might just have some more sawmills then close to that. And also, of course, now my latest factory, and that is the furniture. I could use that here. Has an interesting entrance there. That's the mountain area. Probably not, but beside the sawmills it fits in nicely right here, where there is now this entrance to the furniture factory. Look at that. This is actually something I like. It's got a lower elevation than the road there, and this is very natural looking, because I've seen this dozens of times, right, where the street just goes over that, and the factory is rather built into the mountain. So this one gets now the plains timber and the paper that we start producing here, and it hopefully makes then some furniture out of that, and it can use it from Wilson Street. So there we have the biomass pallet factory then too. And I might just have some more sawmills then in this area here on this road, or something else that we get. Perhaps a second biomass pallet plant that I could still squeeze in here. Would make sense. I'm just waiting. I'm going to wait a bit, and we'll also need to wait if I get the right amount of products in there anyway. My storage is almost full. Let's just add some more storage to this area. Oh, sawdust. We don't have that yet. I might... Yep, let's just have this one close by, actually. So just somewhere over here, perhaps. And 2 sawdusts, and then the normal one that we can still add here as well. Right, so there we got 3 of them, plus the sawdust now. Let's just get rid of this power line there. I think we should still have that connection. There you go. Just behind it. And it's also leveled up with that. We get the printing press and the large log yard. Large log yard, nope, but the printing press sounds interesting. Pretty sure we do need the paper for that. And then just this latest factory that I hopefully can still afford. 65,000 for that. Oh, there's something new, a new product that I don't have yet. So beside the paper, I think it's, what is it, plastic? Yeah, it's plastic as a special good. And for that, we need the oil industry, and that is something we don't have yet. So I'd rather not build the printing press at this point. I think we could import it with the cargo station, but yeah, no. So plain timber's in, paper's not in yet. It is starting its production now in this biomass pallet plant that we have. So over here, there we should be seeing some nice trees. Export. There it is. Oh no, the paper is going to the food. Ah, yeah, we have the food factory too, if you still remember. And this is actually going to the food factory via train. So this is also cool. It's actually getting to the cargo station here, getting on the train, and the train is then delivering it to this food factory. This is actually a bit of a strange thing. So they are going here to the cargo station. The train is taking it to this cargo station, and the trucks are getting it then to the food factory, where the paper is then finally coming in as the next product. That is really cool. So I didn't know actually that the cargo trains would take the products then to the next cargo train station if it's so close. They're actually connected here. We might make this connection complete then too. But I just like that they use the trains. So let's just go with that for now. Let's just connect those here so that the block around the forestry is complete. I mean, we might just expand the block then further into the mountain at some point, but I think I'm golden with that. And since we actually do need more raw materials, right? So we have some nice storage there, but I would still like to add a couple more of them just because I like the look of them. Some more saplings, and in that case here we could use some greenhouses, right? So for this row that we have there now, let's just add 4 of them. Now let's make it 3. Now let's make these a greenhouse one. There you go. So the greenhouses have a bit of a different look there, and it's just nicely integrated into this spot that was available there. Let's also finish it off with some more trees on that side. Of course, everywhere here, because after all, this is a tree area, right? And we should have trees. Also here, it's a bit naked looking at the moment. Shouldn't be so much plain area around it. It just doesn't look natural. There you go. Much better now as this area is coming closer to its completion. I mean completion. We are always going to expand it, right? But for now, everything has its place and it's working. Finally, also they get the raw materials and we are starting to produce some furniture. I'm really excited to export this one via train. As we are producing that, we just need to wait now for a truck to get out here. And a little bit later, there it is, the furniture factory. Our first products are going outbound with the delivery truck and they're going to the multimedia center over here, right? So they're being delivered right into the town center then, not exported yet. But that's of course also going to happen at some point. I think with that we might have a bit of a hit. Yes, we have a bit of a hit there because with all these new investments and we are still not really having produced anything there. So this is starting up now and we'll just come back here in a sec and see how profit is going up then once all my production buildings are fully ramped up and starting to produce something. All right, good to see after a bit of time, the total profit is going up there a bit. I think at the moment though we have too many raw forest products there. So we should also focus a bit on, you know, processing all of that we have there. So let's just go ahead and have another of these pellets or these biomasses just right next to the other one. Gets the raw forest products then and makes paper out of that. And it's also very close to my furniture factory that is already starting or that is already producing now really nicely there. And it's just going to deliver that paper then right over there, and any surplus we of course export. Let's just make sure that gets it water there. You should have water now. There you go. Water, by the way, is fine. Power, of course, we're still only using a third of what's possible here. Let's just check also how is my traffic looking. 79%. It's actually not that bad. There is some bigger problem that we have than just over there, I think, but this actually solved it really nicely here, right? So there's still lots of traffic flowing in. By the way, also deleted this road there because yeah, it's absolutely necessary. There's too many junctions on the main roads and some of you have been pointing this out. That's totally correct. I'm reducing junctions for the big roads, right? We should keep this one as a minimum, so that the traffic flow on these big avenues is guaranteed, right? So that we have something. It's fine for now. Getting rid of the industry over there definitely helped a lot with the traffic, overall the traffic flow. So at the moment it's fine. There's still, yeah, there will still be problems, of course. I've also, by the way, removed this road there with the parking lot. I could already see the comments coming up with that, because it just created another junction there that we absolutely cannot really use. That's fine though. So that's a nice entrance point now to my market that gets its customers then right over there, right, where people can park. And we probably should look out for a bit more parking spaces across the city just in general as we continue then onwards from here. Stay tuned.